welcome back to Roger Idaho's Learn Guitar in 90 Days course. I'm Roger Idaho. In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to use our electronic metronome. Watch the lesson, do the practice exercises and homework, and shortly you will have mastered today's skill. It's just as easy as that. Keep coming back every day, and in 90 days you will be a comfortably proficient guitar player. That's how our course works for you. And while we're doing it, let's not forget to have a little fun along the way. Let's get started learning about metronomes. Playing your instrument in proper rhythm is vitally important. Professionals use a metronome as a tool to assist in maintaining excellent meter, sometimes also known as a click track. Poor rhythm makes you unlistenable to discerning audiences. Therefore, always use your metronome when you practice and rehearse. Learn the essential good habit now so you do not have to undo a very bad habit later, that of poor rhythm, which will be proving very difficult to break. Playing music with a steady, consistent rhythm is a fundamental skill which musicians must master. Just as musicians must play in tune, so they must also play in rhythm. Why play in rhythm? There are several good reasons for being in the habit of using your metronome to train yourself to play in rhythm. 1. Why would you not? Metronomes are as plentiful as mobile devices these days. What more do we need to say? 2. Why would you want someone else to hear you play out of rhythm? Take pride in your skill as a musician. 3. Keeping yourself in rhythm also helps keep your ear in rhythm, i.e. helps to ensure that you hear and sing and play in proper rhythm consistently, even when you're not using the metronome. If you're lazy about using your metronome, you can be sure your meter will become lazy, making it more difficult for you to discern whether a given tempo is too fast or too slow for the occasion, causing your meter to wander and making it difficult for others to play with you. Number 4, out of rhythm musicians are not much fun for the listener. You may play for your own enjoyment, but isn't it nice if others want to hear you play also? And finally, what could be worse than a group of musicians who don't bother to play in time? I can't think of much, so don't be one of those. At this point, we will not be getting technical with our metronome. It is enough to say that music is played at certain speeds, known as tempos, which are expressed in beats per minute, abbreviated BPM. All metronomes allow the BPM to be set by the user. In our videos, we will provide instructions as to the desired BPM setting. Metronomes may also allow the user to set the time signature, which we will not explain in detail at this point in the course. It is sufficient to note that we will require 4/4, 3/4, and 6/8 settings, which virtually all metronomes will offer. Open up your mobile device to your metronome application. Our metronome of choice is called Natural Metronome. It is available on both the Android and the iPhone platforms and offers a powerful yet easy to use interface. Just 3 settings there. The 3 settings are the beats, the number of clicks per beat, the number of beats per minute, and the beats per bar. Typically beats per bar is either 3 or 4. Beats per minute will vary depending on the speed of the song, and clicks per beat typically set to 1, but there are special occasions when we set that to a different number, which we will cover also in the course as we go. Let's do a little practice now with the metronome. The objective is to play each note when you hear the click. So we've set the metronome up at this point to 4 beats per bar. We're going to set it up to a moderate pace of about, let's say 83 beats per minute. We'll round it to 80. And our clicks per beat, we're going to set to just 1. There's our settings right there. And here's what it sounds like. So now we're all ready to play. In our last lesson, we practiced picking the open strings, down and then up and strumming. Now we're going to try and do that in time to the metronome. We're going to pick each note when we hear the click. So there what I did was I just picked each string down, one at a time. And I was at 80 beats per minute. Now, when you're starting out, you may wish to drop that down, more down to the range. Let's say 40 beats per minute. As you get used to putting your pick on the string and hitting it. Here we go. You can set that to whatever tempo is comfortable, where you can pick those strings one at a time, downward and then upward, comfortably, whether that is 40 or whether that is 50 or whether that is 80, whatever it is that's comfortable for you, and gradually work to stay in rhythm and pick up the tempo as you go. So let's try it now at 60. There we are. Down, 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 down the sixth string. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upstroke. Now I'm picking upwards. There we go. That's all we're going to worry about today. The next lesson, we'll put our capo on and we will begin to play in position. We'll show you how to use the capo and start to pick actual notes on the guitar. Be sure to like us on YouTube and Facebook. You can email me anytime with your questions and comments at rogeridaho@gmail.com. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again next lesson.